Hey you guys, I hope you're doing so well today. So please ignore the boxes and random stuff around the room. We just moved. We're like in the process of unpacking, right? But we're officially in our new place, which is nice. I don't really have anywhere. I'm on the bed still. So that's just how it's going to be for a while. So today we're talking about James Charles, and I just, no matter how many times, I don't want to talk about him either. Okay. No matter how many times the internet tries to cancel this guy, he keeps popping up on my FYP. It's like the algorithm is legally obligated to resurrect him like every 7 to 10 business days, like he keeps showing up. I don't understand the logic behind it, because the stuff that this guy has done is just, he's a creepy little weirdo. He's problematic, he's privileged, and he knows it, and for some reason he still has millions and millions of followers. He's got 40 million followers on TikTok. He's got I don't know how many on Instagram and YouTube. He's all over the place. He's just all over the place doing his little brand deals, being a beauty influencer, but he's a creep. Basically, he was going on like Instagram, I believe, or something, or Snapchat or something, and he was messaging minors. He was messaging young boys, like as young as like 16, 17 years old, while he's in his 20s, right? And allegedly, because he has not been convicted of anything, I don't know if you can really be charged just by messaging people, but anyway, he's messaging people, he's sending them nudes and stuff like that, and they're 16, 17 years old, right? So the interviewer was confronting him about that, asking him like about that, and he says, I don't like older guys. He's like, that they're older guys are not my type, right? I only like young guys.
I would date like the absolute youngest, like 18, 19, that looks a little bit older.
And he just says it so confidently, like matter of fact, like, what do you mean? Like, I just like young guys. What's the problem with that? And it is just crazy to me that somebody can say something like that and then still have 40 million followers on TikTok. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like, I shouldn't really be all that surprised considering everything else that's going on in the world. It's just so mind-boggling to me. And honestly, like, that doesn't even begin to skim the surface of the controversies that he has been involved in. Like, for example, Kayla Malik, I'm not going to go super into it because what she went through was horrific. Long story short, her ex-boyfriend is now in jail for the things that he was doing to her while they were in a relationship. And James Charles was choosing to ignore those things while apparently being a friend to her, and was trying to, like, get with the boyfriend or the ex-boyfriend. So yeah, he's just a nasty person overall. Not a fan, basically. And he's back on my FYP. So let's talk about what he's done most recently. So the other day he came online and he made this really kind of like weirdly angry TikTok. Basically, this girl was let go by Spirit Airlines, which is, I believe, a company in the US. Anyway, they had to let go a bunch of people. She was one of the people that got let go. Essentially, none of those employees that got let go are receiving any kind of like benefits or severance packages or anything like that. They're pretty much just like left out to dry. So this girl was one of the many people that got let go by Spirit Airlines. She decided to message James Charles, I would assume out of desperation. Like, I don't know, like you don't know how people are thinking when they're panicked, when you don't have money, when you have no work, you tend to freak out, right? Especially if you have responsibilities, if you have things to pay for. Who knows if she has children? We don't know. Nobody knows her situation. Anyway, she decides to message James Charles and basically ask for help and say, hey, I have a GoFundMe link. I'm one of the many people that got let go from Spirit Airlines. I'm really struggling. I have a GoFundMe link. Like, she was very nice in the message from what he explained. And he just comes online and he just starts freaking out.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job.
I'm sorry to stop it so quickly, but like, can we just talk about his tone? Why is he speaking like that? Like, why is he being so condescending and like mocking this person already? Like, he has like a personal vendetta against them. This is unhinged already.
Here's a GoFundMe link. Any donations help.
Whoa. It's scary. The face. Like, James, you gotta back up a little bit here. Like, you're creeping us out a lot. Does he have rollers in his hair? Anyway.
I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities. You could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled. And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why?
That influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Does he forget that his lifestyle is literally funded by people who view his videos? Not just fans. I don't believe that all the people that follow him are his fans.
Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm going to send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God. Welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose their jobs every day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder.
He's so upset. He is so angry. He is livid because this girl had the audacity to message him. From what I understand, influencers, particularly anybody who has like the blue check mark, right? Anyone who is an influencer, anyone who has like a lot of followers, that is something that they deal with on like a regular basis. People apparently just like are always asking for handouts, always asking for money. It's like he thinks that she just copy and pasted the message, but the message did say like, "Hey James." So obviously it's not like copy and pasted. Maybe she did copy and paste it and then she just like changed the name. But regardless, like it's not like it was like, it still said his name. Like it was still like somewhat personalized. And who cares? Genuinely, like who cares? I'm just
harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I help you?
Why is he getting so close to the camera? This is a lot. It's a lot, okay?
Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe? I can at least like 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off, okay?
But why is it pissing him off? I'm so confused why he's getting so angry. Why he's so like, why is he so triggered by this? It was a message. I don't get messages of people asking me for money, but I do get messages of like bots or like fake brands or stuff like people like obviously. But you know what you do? You scroll. You ignore it and you scroll. Why is he so triggered by this girl? You know what? I'm curious. If it was a boy, I think he's just mad that it wasn't a 16-year-old boy that was messaging him. Genuinely, I think that he was upset that it was a girl. I wonder, would he have the same reaction if it was a boy? I don't know. Maybe we'll never know.
I'm not the one. Go find Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally going to be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's going to be the real life Hunger Games, the last one of them to leave the
17,000 people got, okay, I haven't really looked into the Spirit Airlines situation, but 17,000 people got laid off. And he's screaming about it online. That's a disaster. The audacity that he has. Like if he had just used the few brain cells that he has for just a second, how easy do you think that it is going to be having 17,000 people all in the same field of work trying to enter the job market at the same time? As difficult as it is now to get a job regardless, I know people who have master degrees and can't even get a job at McDonald's, okay? Has he even worked a real job? He's not very old, right? He's like in his, how old is he? Is he 20, 25, 26? He's 26 years old. According to Google, James Charles did work at a frozen yogurt shop when he was a teenager. After that, he was just kind of like, he just jumped right into the influencing world. So he has had a real job.
The airline's plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else dies. Like, go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not helping you. All you did was lost your job, okay? Welcome to the real world.
This is what we're talking about when we say influencers are out of touch, because he has been an influencer for so long that he obviously doesn't realize how difficult it is to get a job these days. Like when people say it's impossible to find work, yes, sometimes it does mean you can have a master's degree and you literally can't get a job at McDonald's, but also sometimes it means you can't find a job that's able to support your life. I was a retail manager for a few years, right? Like for probably like 7 or 8 years. I remember back when the stores reopened after COVID, I was trying to get basically any assistant manager position, right? Like I was like any store, anything, whatever. Realistically, I probably could have gotten like any, even like minimum wage job. had I gotten a minimum wage job, I wouldn't have been able to continue living in the apartment that I was living in because I obviously had a higher salary before. And I remember like I was so stressed about finding a new job. I applied to probably 100, 200 different jobs. I applied for remote work. I applied for office assistant jobs, anything that would pay a little bit above minimum wage. I applied for those jobs. I didn't hear back from a single person. At the time, could I probably have gotten any minimum wage job? Maybe. But had I done that, I wouldn't have been able to afford the place that I was living in because I'd been living in that place for a couple of years. The rent had gone up. So I couldn't move to another place either. Even a place that was smaller, I'd be paying the same as I was paying in the place that I was currently at. You know what I mean? So it's complicated. There's a lot of stuff to consider. And back then, I didn't even have a child. You know, I didn't have any responsibilities. I didn't have a car. Like I literally just had to pay for rent and groceries and electricity. And that was it. And it was still so incredibly stressful and it was hard. So imagine if you have a child and you have to work around daycare hours and find a job that you can also afford to live in an apartment or a house or whatever, or pay for a car, or you have a disability, or if you are taking care of somebody with a disability. Like there are so many potential factors that make it difficult for people to find jobs. Looking at a profile that you don't know and getting angry at them for asking for help and assuming that they are able-bodied and assuming that they are, you know, like fully able to just go get whatever job that you want. Like why? It should be easy. When 17,000 other people are also in the same boat is crazy. That is literally insane.
I can at least understand if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you. This bitch.
He's mostly upset because she wasn't following him. Like personally, I'm not following everybody. I like. Ugh. Okay, listen, it's kind of like, it's the ADHD in me. I will forget to follow you sometimes. If I see someone's videos that I like and I watch the video all the way through, they just kind of start like showing up on your TikTok, right? So I can be watching someone and be watching them almost like religiously and still not be following them because that's just how the TikTok algorithm works. So who knows if this girl really is even a fan? Maybe she is a fan or was and is just not following him or not subscribed to him, you know? And how he says it just like so confidently, it just blows my mind.
You lost your job? Oh. What are we gonna do? Nothing. I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace.
Oh my God. He's crazy.
The video that I posted yesterday talking about people who send me GoFundMe links that have never followed, supported, DM me before, just begging for money.
What's up with all these people making these apology videos just laying in bed? Put some clothes on, put a shirt on. I don't want to see it. I'm not a 17-year-old boy. Not saying that 17-year-old boys would want to see that. They don't want to see it either. First of all. Second of all, you're calling this girl lazy and then you're too lazy to even get out of your bed for a proper apology.
And most people were like enjoying the video, saying it was a valid point, but it definitely started causing some discourse in the comments. And a lot of people were just saying it was out of touch and insensitive. And they're right. It was definitely a harsh choice of words, maybe not my best video. And I deleted it, but of course the internet is forever. And now a lot of content creators are using like the 5-second clip in the very beginning where I'm like, you're a lazy piece of shit, get a new job, to upload their cute little think pieces being like, influencers are all so out of touch. This is so disgusting. You don't know.
Of course they're using that clip. Who, like, you said it. Oh my gosh. Why is he trying to make it seem like that wasn't a big deal and like people are weird for making that a big deal? You called somebody a lazy piece of shit for asking for help. What?
I don't know how hard it is in the job market these days. Oh my God, give me a break. I am out of touch, first and foremost, okay? I am never going to be one of those influencers that gets online and pretends to be poor so I can come across as relatable to my audience. I think it's tacky, I think it's annoying, and I also think it's quite insulting to the audience watching, as if you guys are going to be fooled into thinking that. You've been watching me for 10 years now. It's no secret that I have been able to find success.
There's a little bit of a side tangent, but do you guys remember Anna Paul? You guys know Anna Paul? So she, a little while ago, she was canceled for saying that she felt broke because like she's like super rich, and she always talks about how she grew up poor, like she grew up super broke and super poor. And then one day she finally admitted that she was not actually poor, that she just felt like she was poor, she felt like she was broke. Anyway, so she got canceled for that. And while she was being canceled, James Charles is there. She like goes to Coachella and she's like hanging out with James Charles. So it's kind of, I just think that's kind of funny that he says that. He's like, I'll never pretend to be broke, but yeah, he's hanging out with Anna Paul, who like at that time, I just think it's kind of interesting.
Able to find success doing what I've done. It didn't start that way though. I started from literally nothing and had a dream for myself and was determined to literally do anything to make it happen. And luckily I've been blessed to be able to do that and now call this my full-time job.
Okay, so he does acknowledge the fact that he is lucky, but yet when this girl needs help finding a job, she's a lazy piece of shit. Okay.
Was a lot of people these days do not have the make it work mentality. They have no desire to actually put in the effort to try to fix a problem and get themselves out of a situation. They immediately result in asking for help. And don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for help. In my personal opinion, though, it should be a last resort.
It probably was her last resort. I know messaging James Charles would not be my first resort. I'm sure it would be not a lot of people's first resort.
If you disagree, that's totally fine. That's your personal opinion. I'm not going to apologize for having mine. There's a lot of people responding back to the video being like, oh my gosh, he has no idea how hard the job market is. I've been applying for new jobs for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years now, and I've literally heard back nothing from any of the jobs. I'm sorry that that is happening to people. I know that the job market fucking sucks. I've heard so many horror stories. I can't even imagine what that's like. Those are the people, in my opinion, that are totally valid and asking for help. The person that I made the video about yesterday lost their job last week at Spirit Airlines, along with 17,000 other people. And granted, I don't know this person. Maybe making a GoFundMe link was really their last resort. I just personally do not believe that to be the case because I know for a fact that they sent the same exact DM to hundreds of different influencers.
And I'm not asking these influencers to post. How does he know that for a fact? Truly, because no, I haven't seen anybody else post about this girl specifically. Not that I want to. I mean, like, maybe she has copy and pasted. If she has, you know, good for her. You gotta play. It's a numbers game at this point, right? But like, no one else has thought to get online and complain about it. At least it's kind of weird to me that he's saying these things out loud. Like, he's like, she's messaged hundreds of people. Okay, if she's messaged hundreds of influencers, you're still the only one online complaining about it. Like you realize that, right? Don't you think that's kind of, you know, it's kind of weird? No? Okay.
This person did not follow me. They have never DM'd me previously. They have never supported me on any social platforms. They have never purchased from Painted. This person was literally just spam copying and pasting this DM.
What is Painted?
Person that they assumed had money to offer them. And I'm sorry, just because somebody has money does not mean that you're entitled. I'm sorry if that comes across as insensitive or privileged or mean, but welcome to the real world. It's fucking hard out there. Nobody owes anybody anything. The universe will constantly remind you of that. And a little bit of effort goes a really, really long way sometimes. I stand behind what I said, 10 toes down. Instead of spending an hour copying and pasting the same DM to 100 different celebrities or influencers, you could have spent the same amount of time copying and pasting a job application to hundreds of different companies. Or
how does he know she didn't? How does he know she didn't? He doesn't know her. Maybe she hasn't slept in 7 days and all she's been doing is applying to jobs. He doesn't know that. Maybe that's why she ended up messaging James Charles. She was so sleep deprived that she couldn't figure out something better to do.
Out, put in a little bit of effort. If you want to send the DMs, at least spend 20 seconds before you hit send, customizing it to the person that you're asking for money from, right? Hi, sister. James, I've been watching your YouTube videos since I was a teenager. You really taught me how to do makeup and have positively impacted my life every single Friday. Hey, I'm in this shitty situation. Do you think that you could help? Probably would have gone a lot further than a generic message. Or instead of copy and pasting the same job application to hundreds of different companies, send in 10 job applications.
Didn't he say that she said, hey, James? Am I wrong in that?
Applications to companies that you really care about and you think you could fit in with, and then customize your application and your cover letter, letting these recruiters or hiring people know that you're the best candidate for this job and why they should want you on their team. I know putting in the extra work and effort probably feels useless when you know that you're in a sea of DMs or job applications.
I don't think he realizes that there's another billion people on the planet than when he last had a job. It's hard. It's hard to find a job. I don't care who you are. It's hard to find a job. That's why so many people are becoming influencers, because you just got to pick up a camera and hope for the best.
But trust and believe, as somebody who's now on the other side of things, the little bit of extra effort does go a very long way. And unfortunately, taking the easy route is usually never going to work. That's just my 2 cents. Just a word of advice. You can take it, you can leave it. It's all good. I just wanted to provide some more context on my video yesterday because I do not like how it's being twisted and taken out of context. It was definitely never my intention to undermine anybody who's trying to work and provide a better future for themselves, their family, and their loved ones.
Twisted and taken out of, no one is twisting it and taking it out of context. You saw a message from a girl, you called her a lazy piece of shit. That's the whole that's the context, James. That's the whole context.
I just don't exactly think that that is what this person was trying to do, or at least the right way to go about doing it.
Okay, so anyway, he makes that video, and then I don't know, like he didn't, first of all, he never apologized. He just basically explained why he made the initial video, and basically like doubled down, right? The next video I'm going to show you is the video that I saw originally. This is a response video made by Jackie. She's another really famous influencer in like the beauty/fashion world, and I believe this is the video that prompted James to make his final apology/response video. She makes some really good points.
You know what else would help you? Getting another job.
Jobless behavior, by the way. On his part, very jobless behavior on James Charles' part. James and I are considered peers. I'm a content creator. He's a content creator. I'm a founder. He is a founder. We are technically considered peers. I normally like to mind my business. I don't like to come after other creators. This is probably one of the, I thought this was fake. Is this fake? I don't think James has ever had a real job. I don't think he's ever had a job that isn't social media, that isn't an independent contractor. I don't think he's ever clocked in. I don't think he's ever had a W-2. I don't think he's ever done any of that. The way you're talking to this person shows, and it's very disgusting and it's very inappropriate. James Charles, in 2026, the job market right now is the worst that it's ever been. And as bad as I envisioned this video being, as I kept watching it, it just got worse. Because what do you mean you're lazy? I understand not wanting to be a bank. I understand not wanting to be treated like a disposable source of income all the time. I understand that. I get it. But not responding was also an option. A very respectable and easy option. You simply could have just not responded. It's the fact that you turn on your camera, you recorded this seemingly sober, ? And you posted it. For what? You thought we was going to be on your side? Absolutely not. What's particularly annoying about this is that I know ain't nothing going to happen. I'm not saying that I want something to happen to you, but all I'm saying is as a white man, you can turn on your camera, talk absolutely crazy out the side of your neck, and it's going to warrant 0 consequences for you, much like many other things. I don't know what the hell inspired this post, but that was absolutely a terrible take.
Pissed me off, okay? I'm not the one. Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. He's like, go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not fucking helping you. All you did was lost your job, okay? Welcome to the real world. Oh, what are we gonna do? Nothing!
I just feel like to never have to have entered the workplace yourself and to say something like this takes an insane amount of privilege. It's just literally oozing from this video, from his damn flat top. I'm confused. I'm confused what you thought we was going to get from that. But that was absolutely terrible and you really should have kept it. It's honestly very rare that I respond to other influencer scandals or when they get dragged. Like it has to be something that directly affects me. I feel like I caught a stray because what in the world was that? And I think I also just have a problem. Like right now we have a gender pay gap. We have a race pay gap. I've literally been dragged for much less. It begs the question, like how comfortable do you have to be to get to that point to where you just are saying it with your chest? I think this was disgusting. You may need to clear that GoFundMe just for what you did. I'm sorry. I've lived through every era of the beauty industry. Literally every era. The worst of the worst. That's probably one of the worst things I've ever seen an influencer say willingly on camera. Also, I have to say this. We've been down this road before. When other influencers mess up in the public eye, do not tag me in these scandals and expect me to respond to everybody. I'm absolutely not. I am not the beauty community school principal. This one really pissed me off. This will definitely not become a pattern. I'm sorry. I just had to say something.
I agree with every single thing that she said, except for apparently he worked at a frozen yogurt shop. So like he should understand. He should understand. But when he did have a clock in and clock out job, there was a billion less people on the planet. Like quite literally a billion less people. I'm trying to compare him working at a frozen yogurt shop when he was a teenager. It's giving the same vibe of like, you know, when boomers tell you like, why don't you guys just like save up to buy a house? Just stop buying your Starbucks. It's giving like that kind of vibe. Like you are just so out of touch, ignorant, privileged. After that was posted, he posted this one where he, if you didn't see the first couple of videos, you might actually believe him and accept this as an apology video. But because of the first couple of videos that he posted, you can't. Like, it's clearly him trying to just like save his ass at this point, right?
Yesterday morning, I posted a video on this account talking about how a woman had lost her job at Spirit Airlines, and she sent me a message with a GoFundMe link asking me to donate. And the video is basically me yelling at the camera, being super upset and frustrated because this person had never followed me, never supported me before, and it was clear that she had basically copied and pasted this DM to every influencer and celebrity she possibly could, asking for a handout. And I called her lazy. I said she was stupid.
No. Let's clarify. He didn't just call her lazy. He called her a lazy piece of shit.
And I said she should have spent the time that she spent copying and pasting the message, applying for jobs instead. This video was stupid. It was rude. It was obnoxious. It was privileged. And most importantly, it was completely unnecessary. When I saw that DM, I absolutely had the choice to ignore it and say absolutely nothing at all and move on with my day. But instead, I couldn't even tell you why. Her message just triggered me, and I decided instead to make a video about it. And I bashed her, and it was obnoxious, and I shamed her for asking for help in a situation where she was clearly really struggling, and this could have been her absolute last resort. I have no idea what was going on in her life, and I should have never assumed that she was just copying and pasting this DM as an easy way out. I don't know. I just don't know. My intention behind making this video in the first place was, I get a lot of messages like this every single day, and for me personally, it definitely sucks to receive messages from people that don't follow you.
Another thing that I'm kind of really like, I'm just so flabbergasted by is that he has been an influencer for so long now. He's been an influencer for years, right? On multiple platforms. He has millions of followers. There's no way this is the first DM that he has gotten of people asking for money, because I even see it in people's comments. Like, most people who are either like super mega influencers like him, or are known for being rich. Like, you see it in the comments. So I can't even imagine how many DMs they get. He's been an influencer for so long, James Charles. This can't be the first time he's received a message like that. So I'm wondering why at this point it's not just like, oh, it's just another one and keep scrolling like everyone else seems to think that it is or should be. Like, why did he freak out? Genuinely, like, what about it? It's just weird.
Receive messages from people that don't follow you and don't support you, treating you like our personal ATM or bank account. But what I'm sure sucks even more is not knowing where your next paycheck is coming from and not being sure whether or not you're going to be able to put food on the table for yourself and your family. So it really doesn't matter what my intentions were behind making the video, because it came across as super privilege and like I was basically shaming anybody that's unemployed for not trying hard enough to get a job. And I feel awful because that wasn't my intention, and it really hurt a lot of people. And I know that it's not that easy. I know that the job market right now. I have friends that are looking for jobs. I have my own employees that I try my best to take care of. And I've heard so many stories online of companies ghosting people, recruiters wasting everybody's time, people applying for job after job and not hearing back for 6 months, a year, 2 years. I know that it's really hard out there, and that most people are just doing their best and trying their best to figure it out and to make it by. And if this person happened to choose sending out GoFundMe links as their method of trying to make it by, who am I to judge? Especially when you consider the fact that my method of figuring it out and getting by was making makeup videos online. I just happened to get really lucky, and now, years later, I'm in a blessed and privileged position. But as somebody with a platform, it's my responsibility to humble myself and to never take what I have for granted. And when I made that video today, that is exactly what I did. I was speaking from a very privileged, obnoxious, ignorant standpoint. And for anybody that saw that video and was disappointed or upset with what I said, I am super sorry, especially to the woman from Spirit Airlines. I did try to look for her message earlier before making this video, and I couldn't find it. If you see this video and you want to get in touch, I would love to apologize to you directly and to help you out a little bit. But if you are not comfortable with that, I totally understand too. I really appreciate anybody that sent me a message or left a comment about this video today, letting me know how insensitive it was. I really needed to hear that, and I really need to think twice before I hit record and just start yapping on this account. I genuinely treat this spam page like I'm on FaceTime with you guys. I love to laugh and tell you stories and rant and scream at the camera and joke around with y'all, but sometimes I genuinely forget how many people are watching, and it was completely inappropriate to make a joke out of somebody just trying to provide for themselves and their family. That's definitely my bad.
So if he can't find the message, does that mean that she blocked him? Or did he delete the message? Because that's... what do you mean you can't find the message? That's super weird. Have we seen this girl come out and like say something? Maybe not. Probably not. Questions about that. That's interesting. Here's another really good point made by Samara. She's another influencer.
It is a thing on this app that if you have a lot of followers or if you have a blue check, in my experience, this started happening to me after I got a blue check. People will DM you asking you for money for various things, whether it's around school time for their classroom donations, whether it is they just lost their job, they got laid off, or for medical treatment for somebody in the family. It could be anything. My stance on it is this. If you're going to a stranger and asking them for money just because you're assuming they have a lot of money, they don't owe you anything. They don't owe you anything. I don't think people should feel guilted into donating things to people they don't know, especially in the age of scams and scammers and fraud. However, me personally, whenever I've received one of these DMs, I have never once thought to open up my camera and make a video about somebody who reached out to me on a long shot just to see, to make a video shaming them for their outreach, shaming them for a situation that's out of their control. I've never once thought to do that, and I'm pretty sure most creators who are of my size or larger that have received DMs like this have never thought to do that, because if your mind goes there, what does that say about you? Like, that's your reaction. You weren't born yesterday. You didn't spawn on this app yesterday with a following. I doubt that was the first time this has ever happened. It's just kind of weird. It's just a very... I'm sorry, I'm trying to get thoughts together here, but this is too good. Anyways. I have to cut it because I'm being too distracted, but that's my thoughts. Those are my thoughts, that's all.
The craziest thing is that even though all of this is going on, he like made this apology video, he says he feels really bad, he's still just like posting normal videos. Like he just posted this Coca-Cola one this morning, trying to like make fun of himself.
Everybody knows that I'm the queen of Coca-Cola. Hello. So I have 7 cola-flavored drinks in front of me, and I'm gonna see if I can guess them. Shout out to Michael and Mackenzie. I'm channeling him. Let's go.
And it's just like, dude, like you, like he's been an influencer for quite some time. I'm kind of curious, like, are brands still gonna want to work with this guy after everything? Like he can just like so blatantly come out. Like that seems really... like his presence on the internet is just like so volatile. Like I don't know how else to put it. So listen, he came out with a song, I guess, recently, because he's promoting it on his main channel, on his main TikTok, I guess. Just listen to the lyrics. Sorry guys, I'm editing and I just realized I literally can't put the song there because it's like a real song. I forgot it wasn't just like a TikTok video, so I'll get copyrighted if I put the song in. But I'm gonna put the music video here anyway because you can see the lyrics, like the lyrics are written on there, and it's like, call 911, like somebody come stop me before it's too late. And it's like, James, like we've been trying, we've been trying to. Okay. Oh, we're already trying to call 911, babes. Like, it is too late. It is too late. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you did enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, share, and comment down below for engagement. And hopefully I'll see you guys again in the next video. Bye.